Motorsports Nitro Pilot O'Neill 5-star decal. 450. Looks to be a fast time. O'Neill finished only behind this year. Washington, right today for Monk Motorsports, TV Fuels, Babcock Racing, EVO Suspension, ABW Incorporated Welding Fast on a YC about 10 years old, and it is awesome to see him compete in the American Hillclimb Championship. Let's see what he's got. Maximum 100% engine ice. Lloyd's Performance. Guys are concrete. Guys are racing. Our machine intervention. Hancock Construction, Val Martinez. And a shout out to Grandpa and Mom. Brought to you today by Octane Outlet, Vandalia Rentals, Zimmer Tractor, and again, Norman Slade III. And Slade hooks up between 3 and 4, and he goes down. Like number 705 out of North number 8 Henry, East Coast Rider, bike number 310, number 8 Henry, Minnesota. Multiple. 212, it's Madoff Village, East Coast Rider, on a YC450 Yamaha from Elizabeth, Illinois. All Village riding today for Mueller Motorsports, LTCI. That's accept. 17 riders. And round number 1 here of the 450 class. He's in gate number 2. One, possibly a fourth as we move on to Raylan Peterson. Raylan Peterson out of Oregon, Washington, right today for Motocross Matsway, Canaan Filter Stop Grip, Yosemite Exhaust. Carson Lloyd all the way from Bancroft, Idaho. Black Diamond Motocross Graphics, Kylie, 60 helmets, First Connection, Logan Sahala, Campbell Hunt down here. There he is, 584 out of Buckley, Washington, right today for Babcock Racing. Also sponsored by Rock Motorsports, Lemon Claw Power Sports, BBW Incorporated, AMA Moto Climb overall champion, 2025 450 champion. Kristen Alexander. Lucky 13 out of Spanish Fork, Utah. Right today for Workman Repair, with Black Collision. JS5 Extension, RP Racing Performance, Fly Racing, on the 450 SXF built by Boyce. a 17 CRF 450R. Sponsored by one of the best in the business, Hillclimb Racing, Fisher Motorsports, NW Masonry, Next Adjustments, GT Race Development, Foundation Aesthetics, Moto. Time for Devin Schweitzer, the Devastator. And a crack in the throttle. Schweitzer gets up and over the camel hump. Into the crotch of the hill. 9 seconds. 1 second. 16 Baldwell and Fairview Motorsports, Motorsports, and here comes the indicate DM, indicate number 23.082. The car store. Motorsports, Western Power Sports, your 2023 Twins Premier Rookie of the Year, your 2024 Twins National Champion. Once again, Corbin Davis. And a big setup. Zimmer tractor. Schweitzer HVAC, Fast House, PFD, 70 Custom, 55 Motorsports, and Race 6. It is John Kester. Final ride here in round number 1 of the 450 class. Ladies and gentlemen, from Forest Hill, Maryland, your number 1 race team coach by Rhonda. Into the center. Design Company, Ron's Ranch. Oh no, and he... Right inside of the staging area down here at the bottom, back up against the concrete wall. And we are ready to turn him loose. And he's on it. Again, top 12 50cc riders from American Hillclimb. As he gets down to the bottom here, no problem getting up to the gate number 2. Now sets his eyes towards the top of the hill. Oh, he's going to let it eat right here. He moves down to up next. Distance to be 42 yards. Tracks in the lineup are on the inside as well. Yes, setting up live. Left hand side and across the hill. Wow, Braxton Hayes is on So a bar 42 yards and a 68-yard run. Braxton Hayes, your leader right now. And here comes Cooper Sandmeyer up the pace of stand number 2. He finds a new line to the right hand side and 14. Cooper Sandmeyer, Braxton Hayes. It went side by side. Look at this. Look at this top shot right here. Noah Browning standing up 12 o'clock as he comes from game number 1. And here he comes, David Hogan making a 7-13. Nursing it along now. Corbin Casto, little trouble down here. Looks like, oh, is that a broken chain? Oh man, what a good one. Rider number 7, bike number looks like 214. And recap your distances here. Hayden Hogan, 79 yards. Noah Browning, 73 yards. Cooper Sandmeyer and Braxton Hayes, 68 yards. And here he comes. So bike number 214, I do believe Maverick Goodman. And this is what I love. One coming out of game number 2. Did she leave? Where is she? She's retired. Well, Nancy, I'm recruiting Nancy for the Dave Watson auction. She's going to set that up for us. All right, here comes Gavin Browning in the gate number 2 right now. Gavin, blue Gavin, check this out. Braxton Hayes, and here he comes now. Chase Mosley, number 10, on the throttle. Coming to gate number 2. Turner, gate number 5. Now trying to get on. Oh, he gets hung up in the here today for what? If anybody can do it, it's this kid right here, Lincoln Hogan, out of Red Wing, Minnesota. A hotbed for Hillclimb. One question about Cody O'Neill, Ryan Peterson, Logan O'Malley, all that neck of the woods. Here he comes now, Lincoln Hogan. On the throttle So one of our local boys here.
that he gets a solid time here. So he gets a solid RJ Moore, number 3, third fastest time right there. RJ Moore, number 3. First run for Nathan Prince, 23.7. Out of Sarah now. Terry Worcester, 25.5 on his first round. Sixth run of the double staircase pro Hillclimb brought to you by Octane Outlet. Here you go, you bring Zimmer Tractor. number 12. What's the last time of the day's outside? Number 353, West Coast out of Oregon, Washington. One in Dayton, one in Cincinnati, one in Indiana. next-gen adjusters, Christian Motorsports, Innovative Series, JT Race Development, Background, Synthetics, Motor Concepts, 20.78. Up there in Muskegon, that is a bike to watch. Corbin Davis back here in round three with a first round
1
see here today. Number 25 seed. That is Braden Peterson in the left lane, fighting the 353, and number 29 seed. Josh Baker, left one, Oregonia University ski. Number 3 driver, Hartford, Virginia. Here comes this hill has gotten a little bit stickier than Chauncey Geisler up next up, West Lake, West Coast. And look who we have here, number 11. American Utah's Tyler Whitlock for Whitlock Collision JS5. Team Extra Shane, Oliver Vincent, Ross and Hadley Racing. It's a Yamaha race on 450 now. Kylie Massey, here she comes, on 549. Meanwhile, our number 1 running on the East Coast is Matthew out of Stockbridge, Massachusetts. It's a Cosmo BX450. 2019 women's fifth place overall team that was joining national Man, to me, the best selling bikes out there. cheerleaders ready to get it. All suited up, ready to go. With the potential to be the showstopper today. 24.3 was her first time. Support our silent auction tomorrow. We're going to have the Jessica Thompson. Tyler Whitlock in fifth with a 32.6. Kylie Massey in sixth with a 35.3. And we've Wisconsin. How about that? Plum City, Wisconsin. Big number 5. Third with a 27.85. So how about that? We're going to the second between 7 and 4. JS5 extensions, cardio, and WOD and done. It is Alexa Whitlock looking to reclaim the touchdown. We're going to launch the clock. The time 450. She reigns out of Somerville, Pennsylvania. Been racing a few years, 10 to be exact. 2015 National Women's fifth overall, 2020 National Women's second place, 2025 National Women's second place. And she went to gate number 5. Gate number 5 in 2, so she's our second rider here in the women's class. She's got trouble right there. Gate number 3, right up the middle. We're going to let the horsepower talk tonight. So we continue on with the 76th run of the double staircase pro Hillclimb. And here comes Team Wheeler at 329 at the Battle of Wisconsin. That's the team first run. on the nitro bike. On to Zachary Skate. First one. Wade's got everything figured out down there. Right now, the Midwest Builders running off road, Village Motorsports. Again, some of these guys moving back a few spots, and of course, some of those guys still have yet. Michigan is up next. Podium's first run at 22.4. Uprights is Brady Henry. On the offense are Yamaha R6 out of Mankato, take out Japanese. So 20.133. 20.133 for Tristan Alexander. Second ride, round number one. Person away from Team Pearson. Team USA boys 9.3. As we move on to Braylon Peterson out of Port Orchard, Washington, representing the West Coast today. He rides first design in his wife's daughter. Time to do right now 13.993. Second bike over a 14.179. Ryan Roscoe qualified 13. Oh, and he kills it. Coming out of gate number 1, he'll come to a compartment. He's on a KTM 450. Ladies and gentlemen, he is your number 1 ranked East Coast. It's Max Geisler. Max Geisler, right paper rental, maximum 100% engine ice. Lloydsburg Morgan's. West Coast rather, a 12.451.50. Kester riding for Luke Sanders. KTM 450, you were 20. Today on the 450 turns in a 12.426. All right, it is Logan Zapala out of Ellsworth, Wisconsin. Hillclimb. Will this be designed to be a 10.67? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a new fast time. Hill Off-Road, Village Motorsports, and now, your reigning national champion from the West Coast. Will this be the fast time? It is a 10.3. Carson Lloyd qualified 4th place overall for the West Coast. Out of your 16 riders here today from the West. At 12.133. Dexter House gets the 110 from Always Transport DM. It is a 10.973. 6 by one of our East Coast or West Coast riders. Starling's time 12.8 flat. Rides today for Mueller Motorsports Nitro Pilot O'Neill 5-star decal works. O'Neill Motocross. Elevated power sports, elevated action sports, syndicated development. Oh, misses the 10 seconds, hits an 11.332. Zachary. And he turns in a 12.654, 12. We're moving on to Logan Peterson out of Ellsworth, Wisconsin. He's hitting hard and he turns in an 11 flat, so that's going to be double staircase hill right up the middle. On to Norman Slade. And Slade sends an 11.5. All right, final ride, the Crazy Canadian. Right now. Oh, and McCullough goes down. Tyler Whitlock, the daughter of Travis Whitlock. And she will set the stage. Riders here today. She is rolling gate number 2, gate number 3. Again, they are also on 450cc, virtually same rules as the 450 class. And Whitlock sets a fast time of 16.590. Just misses with a 15.307. JS5 cardio. And here she comes. Right now we have a in the lead of 14.425. Pulls it back together. That is going to cost her a 14.6. Just misses the 50. Boy, and they are hugging this car right inside. Starting gate. Launches through gate number 1. Full send. For Kaylee Mueller. Wow, out of gate number 2. This is going to be the time to beat it. I have a feeling. It is a 13.009. We got a new best time. Also sponsored by her hot husband, Levi. Go-Tool, OGI, Jeb and Missy Slade. Hillclimb Association Women's Championship 20. Here today. She's on bike number 44. Oh, she stands it up. 12 o'clock. They're coming out of gate number 2. All right, we're ready to send her. It is Abigail Lynn, your new East Coast. Right there through the OGO. Motorsport aggressive graphics mom and dad. Can she hang today? A 13.074. She needed a 13.00. Bike number 459, Springdale, Utah. She's on a 450 Husky. Top time to beat 13. She is right there at 13.01, and she is 1 hit first. We're on to the 960. Final rider here in the women's class out of Portage, Pennsylvania. Taryn Rustic on her KX 450F. 5th place overall ranked. And her time, a 16.5. 13.33. And the first run for Derek White at 12.877. Peterson out of Port Orchard, Washington up next. Ride today for HP Racing, Joy Incorporated, River Motorsports, Shinners Racing, Richard. Wife and daughter. For top 10 in Peterson's second run, a little faster, 13.517. KTM 450 ready to hit it and pop the clutch. Here we go for the new best time. 10.8 means a 10. But no doubt on the juice at a 10.9. He doesn't get it. Still a great. Guys are sponsored by Renthal Maximum 100% engine ice. Lloyd's Performance. First run needs 11.5 to get back in the top 10. He turns in at 11.6. And Race Tech out of the top 10 right now by 3 tenths of a out of Salem, Utah, riding for West Coast. Hold on to the checkered flag at 11.789. Barbecue. He's on a gas 450, and his first run at 11 seconds. Right now, he's in the top 10. Let's see exactly where he is set. second, Jake Hanstead, number 1, with a 10.3. On to Braxton Workman. Alexander, first run 11.3, and Alexander 12 fastest. Zachary Bousquet. Rides for Either Motorsports, LPC1, Warner Motorsports 2, and that's all. Sitting in 22nd. And does so. So ready to pop it. British Columbia, sponsored by RKXL, Rainhouse, ST. One of our top riders last year, having trouble around number 2, and this time at 11.962. And it looks like he is locked and loaded. Kevin Brownie on the throttle. Here he comes down on his 50cc bike number 515. Oh, and he goes down at gate number 2. KTM out of Van Leer, Kentucky. Bike number 10 with a distance to beat 125 feet. And he's on it. Whoa, coming up over gate number 1. Over the handlebars as he tries to keep it hooked up. He gets over to the 140 mark and goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, with 375, Cooper Sandmeyer reigns out of Mapleton, Minnesota. He's on a Husqvarna 50. And here he goes. Let's see if he can do it again. The distance to beat top of the hill. And he is back on it. Still looking good. Race man's up the right-hand side, cuts back to the left, back to the middle. Coming up into gate number 4, now gate number 5. Will we have a new fast time? Ladies and gentlemen, we got it! A 15.629! And he's on it. Right up the middle. Taking a little different line. Stand by. Oh, he wheelies through gate number 2 into 3 and was able to keep it down. He's still got good momentum, looking for a 15.6. And he gets a 17.177. Ryder up next. Jagger Combs. 2 fast times, a 15.6 and a 17.1. Jagger Combs, Little Springs, Kentucky. Oh no! He wanted a lady rider of the 50cc class. Can she get it done? And Bristol hits the juice. Left hand right to go from Elman. Gets it through gate number 2. Oh, and she looks it out at the 1-6 ranked rider. Number 6 ranked rider here at American Hillclimb. Bike number 214.
Still in time to beat Cooper Sandmeyer, 15.627. He was the number 7 ranked. So again, here comes the Maverick Goodman. Boy, he is 360s with the wrist wide open. Oh, and he goes flying through gate rider. Ladies and gentlemen, he reigns out of Red Wing, Minnesota. He rides a Cobra. Are you ready for your number 1 ranked rider, Lincoln Hogan? The time to beat 15.629. Wow, he comes out of gate number 2, gets a big air. Now into gate number 3, rolls it on target for a new fast time. The time to beat a 15.6. He turns in a 14.8. New fast time, Lincoln Hogan, 14.849. Number 2 fast time, Cooper Sandmeyer, 15.629. And Braxton Hayes, a 17.177. And he's on it. Bo Markey. Grabbing a handful, a little sketchy, coming up into gate number 2. Got all the way to the left-hand side, and he's working both sides of this track right now. Finally gets it dialed in and hooked up. Midsection, definitely the trouble spot here as he comes into gate number 4. He's got his eyes set on gate number 5. He is leather E and turns in a 25.279. Rounding out of Harts, West Virginia, he'll be on a Cobra today, and he right now 3rd place in the rankings of American Hillclimb. And a big hole shot for him. A big hole shot for Noah Browning. Oh, look at this. We might have a new fast time. Noah Browning not messing around. Oh, it goes down to gate number 2. All right, Corbin Castro. Up next, Corbin Castro out of Harts, West Virginia. Second to the final rider on a KCM. Wow, look at Corbin. 360 with the wrist, just inside of gate number 3. Cleans it, keeps it clean, and now takes it to the top, gate number 5. And a time of 17.074. Final rider. Of course, the leader, Lincoln Hogan, with a 14.8. So here comes Heyman Hogan. And I'll tell you, in this hill, it's brutal today. The rush up here at gate number 2. It is incredible that these guys are blasted through. He's coming up on gate number 4. Now we're looking at gate number 5. And a 16.136.
Boy, Horn helps put on a big fire. Are you ready? Finals of Xbox.
In first with a 14.8. So again, Lincoln looking for back-to-back wins here today as we get right into the action right now. And we've got Gavin Browning. And run number 2, here he comes again, top 12 in the 50 cc's of American Hillclimb. First run was 125 feet, and he is on the pipe, ladies and gentlemen. Hooked up right now into gate number 4. Again, he went down in gate number 2, and he's going to stop the clock at 18.5. And that is going to be for a number 6. Gavin Browley do a little bit better here in round number 2 with an 18.5. So I think we're going to see some faster times yet. Again, this is Chase Mosley coming up, and here he is now at gate number 1. Mosley out of Baylor, Kentucky, on a KTM on his way to Laterville. On his way to Laterville. Get Jason. Oh, he's still on it. Come on to Cooper Sandmeyer. This is your number 2 fast time. First run was a 15.6. So number 2 fast rider coming up next. Cooper Sandmeyer. Out of Mapleton, Minnesota, on his run to Varna. And he is chewing it up right now. Is he going to turn in a faster time? The time to beat right now, 14.8. And he's on his way into gate number 5. If he can keep a rubber side down. And a 15.2. He gets faster, but not quite. We need all premier down to the starting line. All premier class riders down to the starting line. Braxton Hayes on the throttle. Here he comes. First run for 17.1. Braxton Hayes races out of North Road, New York on a KTM. Will it be enough? The time to beat is in a 14.8. He turns in a 16.876. Four riders. Up next, Jagger Combs out of Oil Springs, Kentucky. Jagger Combs on a KTM, your number 12th ranked rider. And that first run for him was a distance around 60 feet. Oh, no! Goodman. Let's hear it for the ladies out of Jacksonville, West Virginia on the Cobra. Bristol Goodman represent the ladies today. And she's on it. Wow, huge hole shot. Huge hole shot for Bristol Goodman. She is still on the throttle. She's coming into gate number 4. She's looking for gate number 5. Race man, she's got a 16.91. Your sister just turned into 16.912. All right. Who wants Bristol to win? Oh, buddy, they are rooting against you. They are rooting against you. All right, Maverick Goodman. Boy, did I just put the pressure on that kid at once. He's a 16.912. And he has done it for you. He's a little loose here on the back end. I don't know if he's got enough to get up to gate number 4, but he does. Gate number 4, now gate number 5. And he turns in a 16.674. Poor Bristol. All right, next rider. Coming up, Lincoln Hogan. Is that right? It's the 714. He's the fastest rider of the day. He's already turned in a 14.849. Can he beat his first run? He needed a time. He needed a time of 14.8. He turns in a time of 14.5. We got a new best time! So it looks like Browning went down right there around gate number 3.
And here he comes now, Noah Browning. Out of Hearts from West Virginia on a Cobra. Number 3 ranked rider looking for a big comeback run.
Trying to keep that back tire kicking in the dirt.
Gonna get past 4, gonna get into 5, and a 15.2
On a KTM. Your next rider, first run for Casco, 17.074.
And here he comes. Corbin Casco, 17.0, new fast time.
A 14.5 in Casco.
The win away from Lincoln. Heyman Hogan had a 16.136. Andy Shea, 2 seconds off of his first run. Here he comes down.
Gonna stick to the right-hand side as he makes his way into gate number 3.
On the floor, we'll watch the clock. He needed a time of 14.5. He turns in a 14.9. He misses by... And there he lets it open up and turns in a 12.508.
Crew trying to get it to drop in here and still have yet to do so.
All right, looks like we got it. We are ready to go green for Norman Slade the third to get a yellow ball.
That thing, let's hear it for Jake, the animal, and stats. And I stand corrected, this is the 1190 RCA. He was on the 890. The factory back to the 10.4. He misses. Again, a 1070 nitro-injected Gixxer. Your time to beat 10.9. Dealer gets back to the throttle, rolls the top gate, 11.920. Moving on to AJ Christopherson out of Salem, Utah. Company, Logan Display Solutions, ODI, into Husqvarna FC 11.427. Jason Geisler. Ready to get it on. Starting to get into it there at 13.65 Columbia. Sponsored today by Arcade and this time an 11-second flat, 11.0. another 10-second ride, 10.727. 1100cc Gixxer. The 1100cc Gixxer. Mueller getting after it to the checkered flag, 11.464. So again, we need all women to the announcing team for the women's class. Women to hold. Up next out of Bancroft, Idaho. Riders today for Team Peterson Racing, KTM USA. Lloyd's Performance Mountain riders in round number 1 as Lloyd makes it over the top in an 11.680, hanging out that number 10 spot. Right now, all the way to 297. And Worcester's finish at 11.868. And we are locked and loaded for RJ. Trouble. JT Race Development, Next Gen Adjusters. Valley Synthetics, Moto Concept, Triple X Rated Racing EBS, Canvas Motocross Garnet Boots. Down here at the bottom, but gets back in it. Oh no, he's not going to keep it running. So, sponsored by Tyloo. Loaded Display Solution, Lace Belt Company, Decal Works. Right now, he's just going to nurse this thing over the top. And not quite running quite right. Looks like he will. Oh, it is Jared Worcester. Turns in a time of 12.107 at the East Coast. And Freemansburg, Pennsylvania, just a few weeks ago. right now in 7th place. Let's see if he can better her spot as she heads into gate number 5. And now over the top, a 13.7. Was a 14.654. A 14.654 right now, trailing back in 6th place. So she's got if she wants to Podium, John Kester take a route, and Whitlock with a 13.309. A 13.009. She's going to go ahead and take her run. Wow, huge hit out of gate number 2. Oh, out of bounds. A brutal mistake. Out of bounds at gate number 3. Her time would have been 13.236. Again, Boston running 7th on the day. 13.6. She's on a Husqvarna 450. First run for Christina Pollock, 160 feet. And right here's where she had trouble in round number 1. She gets to pass that spot. Here in round number 2, she gets back on the throttle and sends it over the top of 16.098. Motorsport Station, aggressive graphics and mom and dad, the Kawasaki KX 450. Again, your number 1 ranked rider, and not only 2025, 2023, and she did it in 2022 for the win today. Here she comes down. A 13.009. Hundredths of a second. She's 700ths of a second on the first run. Will it be enough? Ladies and gentlemen, you got a new fast time! You got a new fast time, a 12.858. We'll see if anybody can touch that. 12.858 to the fast time. From the East Coast, and what will the time be? A 16.145. For that last run, it put Jay Barraza still in front. You got 9.7 and 9.9. Those are your top four. So again, John Kester, fourth fastest on the day. Can he make a comeback? John Flying Kester. His first run was at 11.9. Sponsored by Beaver Motorsports, his run at 10.860. Josh Mueller, again, this is a 1070 GSXR on nitromethane from Kewaskum, Wisconsin. First run was 11.9. Trying to keep under control, 13.542. Over the top, 11.297. Two spots out of the money. Just gonna miss. He needed a 10.66. He turns in a 10.67. From Spanish Fork, Utah. Workman Repairs, Whitlock Collision, Boyd's Performance. On the MT, sponsored by FXRT, Workstation, Cups, Racing, PS. Coming out at 8. Mueller, first run. Still. We lose it in the dust at a 12.106. Devin Schweitzer on the red line, final run. Over the top, 11.899. H&E Racing, Joy Eat. Jupiter Motorsports, Shitters Racing, Richard Chris Design, his wife, his daughter, his dad, 750 Chickser. Run number 2 is faster, 14. No, it is not. 14.618. Trying to draw the second. Nathan Prince coming at you out of the hole. Just not cleaning out. Solid so far. Drop his time. He does not. 12.269. For a top 3, Jake Grass is still at the top of the pack. Drop back to third. For a top 3. Whoa! He goes over the handlebars. We can rest a little easily now as we get back to the action. Lloyd turns in a 12.158. And I am looking to use the air horn First run 11.8. Worcester, but right now 23rd on the day. 23rd on the day. He's a 10.6. More faster for that top 10 spot. And Worcester with a 12.339 again. Bouncing